Hello, welcome to the Google Hangout for my Patron supporters. This is the first time I have used this particular way of doing it, so things get a little weird. That's why. I have invited everyone to be a guest who has responded that they're watching, except one person, John Bach, because I can't find you when I type in your name. So sorry, I've tried, and I'll try to figure it out later. I have a Q&A thing set up, and well, nobody's watching right now except you. So this is Benjamin. Okay, so I did have some questions that were sent to me offline. Two questions that were kind of similar. Was about the overall world that that my movies are in, and that's a really hard question because it sort of comes to me as it comes to me, and I don't really know the rest of the world exactly until it's in the movie or in the script. So yeah, I'd like to give you a really satisfying answer to that, but it may have to come out slowly. So I wanted to show a couple things I'm working on right now. By sharing my screen, if I can figure out how to do that. Oh, yes, a little button. To show you the sound that's on the dream sequences that I've been working on for the last year or so. Wait, 2 years, year and a half, I don't know, however long it's been. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen and play a little piece. Sorry, you don't get to see the whole thing. Because it's not done, and a lot of the sounds aren't there. So you hear me talking, and we'll see how this works. You let me know how this goes. Screen sharing, and wait, where's my? Oh, there it is. This will be Adobe Audition. Starting screen share now. Okay, so can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. I'm going to play a little piece. The sound is incomplete, but I've added some things. There are, I think, 7 more voice tracks to add, but you get a little bit of an impression because I've added the ocean sounds, and so I'll play this little tiny piece. Oh, now she's going to play again. Pause. There we go. All right, now I have to figure out how to unscreen share. There we go. So there you go, my one live participant. Oh, I have 2 viewers. Hello. Oh no, now we have just 1 viewer. Okay, maybe that's you. I think that's you. So someone snuck in real quick. Okay, cool. What do you think of the new ocean sounds on there?
They sound really nice. It fills it up very nicely.
Okay, that's it. Okay, see what else.
I noticed that there was a change in the volume of the ocean sounds.
Yes, since you heard it last, whenever that was, last month. Yeah, I turned them way down because I don't want them to be the overpowering part. And then the ocean was kind of loud, so that may or may not be the ocean that I end up using. But it was only like $4 to buy that clip off of Pond 5, which is what I've been using. And it sounded pretty good for today. So next thing I'm going to show is my new puppets. There's the completed puppets. They're actually standing on my saw right now because it's they're magnetic. Please stick to it. So this little guy over here has been complete for a few years, and these 2 I've just completed. They have one little step that is missing, which is the clay around their eyes, but it dries out and gets all crusty, so I won't put that on until they're actually ready to animate. They have no home yet. They have a designed home in the picture, but it doesn't exist. So the thing that I'm working on now, besides just finishing puppets because I like doing that, is the, I have the, I'm creating a scene, this scene, which is, it won't look quite like this because when I drew it, I wasn't thinking complete tide pools, but it's mostly tide pools. And that thing over there is this one right here, and then I'll carve this one of the other blocks up there. And it's a large set, really, really big set, and I have a drawing here, which I should have had open, but if not. So I'm not auditioning to be a newscaster or anything, because I would fail. So here's kind of a rough drawing of the set. It'll be about 10 feet long this way, about 6 feet long this way, and we'll have a constantly moving sea of sand. And I've been another little picture of all the tables I have to build and the transom that I need to put up in the back that I'll be shining the light in through the back instead of over the front, so we don't get puppet shadows on it. And yeah, and I'm going to have a couple of interns helping me next fall, which will be exciting. Students that I've already had.
Yay.
So I know I can trust them because I've gotten acquainted with them as their instructor. So yeah, I did take a quick sip of tea. Do you have any questions that maybe the other viewer is interested in but hasn't asked? So if you're watching, you can, and you want to ask a question, you can somehow, I have the Q&A thing turned on, so you can type in a question if you have one. Okay.
We type it in?
Well, you don't, because you're right there.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know who the other viewer is, and I've done my best to invite people that said they were coming, but yeah. Maybe it's someone without a Google account, I don't know. Yeah, there.
Well, since you've worked solo for so long and you're going to have interns working in your studio, what sort of role will they play?
They will be helping me animate the sand in the background. It'll start out with just experimenting because I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I've got a grand plan that I've envisioned, but actually putting that into action, yeah, that's going to take some experimentation. And one of the students, she has done sand animation, so she's got a little experience with sand, which is great. Yeah, just they'll be helping me build this giant contraption for animating. And at a later chat, probably the one in September, I will be able to show you the big set, which will hopefully be completed and being animated on at the time. So pretty much they're going to be helping animate sand. A lot of sand for many, many shots, many, many weeks. And I don't know. Other than that, maybe there'll be some sewing, but they won't be animating the puppets in the foreground because that's me. Just oh, I've been experimenting with lots of things. I'm kind of scattered all over the place with my work here, finishing puppets, and try to share another thing, which is the sea monster skin, which is starting my screen share. So that was a big script secret happening here. Is the sea monster is going to shed its skin, and this is kind of an experiment to see what the shed skin will look like, because the skin of the sea monster will be the same as the mermaid's tail will be. But that's yeah, that's my experiment. And now I have to figure out. Screen sharing, stop screen sharing. Okay, so that was that. And there's, I pinned up my, I don't know how many pixels you've got there, if you can see, but this is the pattern for the sea monster. I'm going to start making the armature for it really soon. So over the summer, when I'm traveling, I can just be sewing sequins. The figure took 20 minutes to, let's see, I think it's an hour per square inch. So this is the sea monster from head to scale, just in case you can't see.
Oh my goodness.
On here, can you see the pencil marks on there?
I can, yeah. It's high enough definition, I can.
Okay. So anyway, it's a big sea monster, but she's skinny. It has the little hands, will be the same hands as the mermaid, except blue. So the same size, but the feet will be really big. So there's some script secrets I'm not giving away just yet. So, but there's a reason for it. I can't give away all my secrets yet all at once. But a lot of them will probably be given away before the movie actually comes out, but only to a select number of viewers who are supporting me. So yeah, let's see. So let me think about that, the question again about the overall world. Basically, the overall world that I'm revealing is the inside of my mind. That's the only way I can figure it. Because sometimes I think, well, is this post-apocalyptic, post-human world? It's like, not quite exactly. There are no real humans in the world except for the kind of the little live action portions. There's like remnants of humans and human-like things with the dolls. So I don't think it's anything that literal. So when I try to get too literal about it, it just starts to like disappear, like floss just disappears. Candy floss, not dental floss. Let's see, crazy eyes. So just kind of
the new characters that you just showed us, their color scheme makes them seem like they might be antagonists or villainous characters. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, they are. I don't think they're exactly evil necessarily, but they are definitely kind of problematic and selfish, and have an agenda that doesn't really match the one. Because they, oh, where's my picture of the island? Oh, I didn't get prepared with the picture of the island, so next time. So when the one abandons his mate and goes off on his fool's journey, which may or may not end in disaster, you'll have to watch to find out. He meets them on their island, and they foil his plans a little bit, and their greed kind of causes problems. So, yeah, I don't think of them as like truly horrific evil or anything. They're kind of just naughty, and they're still missing their one costume element will be a big bow, which when they see that he's coming to their island, they will rush into their little cave house and gussy up with big bows. So yeah. They are miners. They go down and they mine gems and minerals down deep in their island, and so they might be kind of dirty, but they like to get spiffed up for dinner. Right. So,
since the sea monsters of such a large scale, can you discuss the armature that'll be inside? Because it's of great length.
I know my goal was to get it done by today, but I didn't. It'll be the same as the other armatures, but more wires. What is my wire? Just made mostly with this wire that's about a 1/16 of an inch, and then wrapped in the copper. On my blog, I've detailed that more. But there'll be more strands of it to hold the weight. But it won't be very heavy because the head will be full of aluminum foil, so it shouldn't be too terribly heavy, hopefully. But the feet will be, I'm not going to use magnets for the feet because that would, like these little guys, the magnets, watch them all fall. The magnets hold them pretty well. Yeah, they don't fall. They're bouncing around.
Oh.
But I'm concerned that that seam might be a little large, a little top heavy for the magnets, especially when in full standing up mode. So there will be some little T-nuts positions like here in order to use a rig, you know, when it's like leaping out of the sand seat, and here in the butt area to fasten it to a seat, and here in the feet to stand, and probably another one back here. So there'll be more anchor points, and where these guys only have anchor points in their feet, that creature will have anchor points kind of all over. And I don't know what I'm gonna make teeth out of yet. They need to be sharp and scary looking, but I haven't got that worked out yet. So if I use Sculpey, they'll just break. Wait, something beeped.
Something happened.
Well, there was a beep, and I don't know what that meant because I didn't get any little warning, so I don't know what that beep means. Getting to know this format. Okay. Do you have any other questions for this particular broadcast?
Well, you described the character as a sea monster. Could that be interpreted as an antagonistic character?
Very, yes. Because the sea monster is a very very antagonistic, dangerous character. Yeah, extremely so.
So Sea in the Sand might have a group antagonist versus a single antagonist.
Oh, this means I got a message. Okay, something's ringing. Okay.
Someone's trying to join.
Okay. Oh crap, what do I do? Let's see. Okay, it's ringing and John's having trouble. Okay. Okay. So this is my first time doing this too, so I'm getting a little, I am not a lot of help yet for this. Okay, and I got a question from Drew. Oh wait, if I click on here, no, I screwed up something horrible. Okay.
Something blinked. The screen blinked, but you're back and I'm still here, so I guess.
Okay, did it blink for a really long time?
No, only for a millisecond it blinked.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to help John get on here, and I don't know how to do that. Oh wait, okay, so I already answered. Okay, good. I'm looking at the Q&A here now. Yeah, I'm the voice work. Okay. Okay, don't click that again. Okay, yeah, I don't know how to fix that part, but hopefully by next time, the next chat will be July, the first Sunday in July, because I'll be on the road on the first Sunday in June, and won't be allowed to talk. So we'll get this all figured out somehow. I know that some people have trouble using the Google things because I've attempted to do Google Plus with my mother, who has a PC, and I don't even know it's wrong. I'm good at figuring out things when nothing goes wrong. Things start going wrong. Okay. Okay. So I don't know. I've answered the questions. Let's see my guys. It may be time to bring this particular chat to a close. We had one horrible screw up, so that's good. Do you have any other thoughts or questions?
What are their antlers made out of?
Well, there's wire. And I can't remember if I put a little bit of mesh on there. I think I put a little bit of mesh on the wire to hold it there. Maybe I didn't. I made the antlers a while ago. But yeah, it's just wire with black Sculpey. I use a black Sculpey so if it cracks, it doesn't end up on a big white seam. Like in my first movie, there's lots of white Sculpey showing where they crack. So, yeah.
And these characters won't be integrated into your film until you have their set built. They're not going to interact with the other characters first in their set.
Correct. They've got a few years probably before they come into it. So I have a new shooting plan, depending on how well it works, to have interns and people helping with background stuff and maybe with some builds. I have a plan that it could be done in 4 years, maybe, if I can manage it. But last year I came up with a plan to finish it in 3 years, and then I realized that was like before the semester started again. For those who don't know, I'm an assistant professor of animation at Kansas City Art Institute. So yeah, I work really hard for 9 months teaching, and then in the summer I dive into my movie and get really unrealistic ideas of what I can do during the year when I'm teaching. Yeah, but I think 4 years is possible. We'll try to beat that 2022 date. So yeah.
Any possibility of a short or a featurette in that time frame?
Well, that's what the doll dream, the dream of dolls dancing. I am thinking if I end up liking the sound and the way it comes together, I'm going to release that and see if I can get into film festivals and just get a little bit more visibility, just to keep people interested, hopefully entice some people who have not heard of me, because there's lots of those people in the world who have never heard of me or my animation, so see if we can reach out to them a little, get some more support, and yeah, that could be done by fall, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a sound expert, but though I know how to do it, so we'll see how that comes along. So yeah.
There was a little music in that scene. Can you talk about that?
I don't know if I want to call that music. I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about that yet. So
it's definitely music.
Okay, so you say it's music. Okay, I'll talk
Genesis
about
George says any sound is music.
Okay, well that's
So
fair. That's fair.
Genesis says it.
That's fair enough. Each doll, there's 12 dolls, and each doll will have its own song. So those are not recorded in any way to go with any of the others. They're just kind of independent little random song kind of things, and then they'll be edited together. So I've recorded more than what is on the track, but because some of them don't sound good with the others, so there'll be there's curation involved, but the sounds, it's not like will be listening to the other sounds while they're being recorded. So yeah, okay, it's music.
It is.
All right. Well, I think it's time to bring this chat to a close, and I want to thank you for participating. And if there's if John or anyone else who's trying to participate and it didn't work, I'm sorry. Hopefully we can get this fixed for the next one. And for those of you who watch this, who are watching or watch it later, thank you for watching. And thanks for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. And all right, have a great day, and thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.